I have a new theory that I'm kind of workshopping on the fly here, and it's totally possible that people have already thought of it and like worked through it and debunked it, but I just want to kind of put it out there. Is it possible that Vecna slash Henry slash one is Elle's biological father? Here's my logic. Henry was at least 10 years old in 1959, which means that the orderly was at least 30 in 1979 when the massacre happens, which means that in 1971, when Elle is born, he's like at least in like the 20 to 23 range, which seems like a reasonable age to have maybe had even like a full relationship or something with Terry Ives. I think it's possible that Brenner was like aware of this, but because we know that at some point Brenner went from like working with Henry to putting like a chip in his neck, we know that their relationship like broke down hard at some point. And I kind of feel like, yes, it's possible that it was because he like went off on his own and like made his own child, but I think it's more likely that something happened, broke down that relationship, and then quietly, as the beginning of his revenge, Henry went and had a relationship with Terry to create his own special child. Because what I'm picturing and what I've been able to gather from the show is that Brenner has been trying to recreate Henry through other children in a lot of different ways. And it has involved, like, probably more knowingly than we realized, like in the way they portrayed it in season 1, doing MK Ultra style experiments on pregnant women and then stealing the babies, like he did with Terry. Stealing children that he thought had potential, like Kali, who did. And with that, even it would be interesting if they ever reveal, like, was he involved in the way that like her parents like got pregnant? Like, did he plan on stealing her for a while, or was it just he had a radar out for something and like picked Kali? Who knows? But anyway, what I picture is Brenner has this kind of random batch of kids that he's like trying to experiment with, and kind of magpie style, slipping like into the enemy's nest. Henry planted his child like in the nest of the enemy and let her be raised there while watching quietly from the sidelines. I feel like it would explain like even more so why Elle has the particularly powerful powers that she has, why Brenner like kind of understands her least and is like a little afraid of her, but like very excited that she shows the most potential since Henry, and why she does, and why Henry is so interested in her beyond just a random, well, you seem to show a lot of potential. Like, if he has been planning this for even longer than that, I think that would be very interesting. Oh yeah, and also, like, if he was the orderly when Terry was a patient at the hospital during the MK Ultra stuff, like, that would be a really good time for them to have that relationship that resulted in Elle. Anyway, I don't know. I just feel like this is like a fun theory at least, even if it doesn't pan out in the show.